first thoughts on the
Man, pretty good performance, 30-27 on all the judges, so we feel good about that. We want to be a little cleaner. I got some kicks off that landed a little bit on me. There was an early punch that he landed. It came out really heavy. You know those Brazilians, they always come with hard pride and a little bit of strife. So we had to stick tough, stay tough, 3 rounds, and let's get it.
And we talked a little bit earlier this week about the development of your striking. Obviously, that came out tonight. Where do you feel like you are at in terms of that process of developing your game?
I'm still a work in progress. There's a lot of guys that you see on the fight scene that pretty much are as good as they're going to be. I think each fight you guys see me get a little bit better and a little bit better. So they're asking me to put it in numbers from like 1 to 100, and I say I'm about 75, 80, 100%, 80%. I'm growing. Being in that BKSS, being with all those dogs, Timmy Twilight, the guys we got in the gym, they're going to keep making me progress. They're going to keep making me have to get better at wrestling, have to get better at striking. So we're just going to keep getting better, and we are not the finished product of $1 million champion yet, but we are on our way.
Absolutely. Well, man, last question for me. Just kind of talk about how much it means to you to get back in the playoffs and to get that opportunity.
Yeah, 2 years in a row we playoff bound. Batman teams, them so no, but we're going to go to London, clean it up. Last year, this was the round we made the mistakes in the fight camp leading up to that $1 million championship. So this year, we're going to heal up, whatever the nicks and knacks are, and we're going to go for that $1 million. We're going to go to London. I have already won a pretty big title in London with the previous organization, so it's almost like home sweet home. Welcome me back.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
No doubt.
One for me, Bubba. I'm curious. You have a large fan support here.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you to have that kind of
It
support
means
system?
a lot, man, and I try to, like the Gladiator movie says, win the crowd, win your freedom, win the crowd, win your fans, and I try to bring fans in. It's a sports entertainment, and I try to be the athlete that entertains. I try to be an entertaining athlete. I try to speak well, talk well, fight better.
Anything surprise you from him at all?
That I fractured his ribs on one of those slams. That's not the intention. It was really just to secure a nice, good slam, get the crowd involved. But if I'm going to hurt you on your way down, I'll take that with it.
Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
Do the drive get stronger as you win and progress higher?
Absolutely, because the checks get bigger. So the drive gets stronger. As you know, to be a champion, you're going to have 5 rounds in you. So that drive and that motivation to make sure that you put on a good performance for all 3 rounds is even more apropos. So, yeah, this drive gets bigger.
In the 3rd round, you didn't immediately take them down. Was you looking for a knockout?
I'm always looking for a knockout. Don't get it twisted. No matter what time the round is, if I swing a punch, I'm looking to clip them and looking to put them down. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes we do connect, and you're hoping that they go down with a little bit of weakness in their legs or something like that. But if it doesn't happen, we just stay smart, stay tough. I'm a smart fighter. I'm a smart man. So, we're just always trying to look to be better and progress.
Did everything go according to the game plan?
30-27, not many injuries yet. They're going game play. We did have to change it up. We were fighting a wrestler from Frankfurt, and they do a late notice with a guy who can spin and back kick, a guy who can choke you out in any kind of position, a guy with pink hair, and everything changed. His body type, where he's from, what he does, all that changed. So yeah, according to plan, getting our hand raised regardless of the outcome. So that was what it was.
You talked about how motivation gets bigger with bigger checks. Yeah, but what else motivates you to push harder?
My children and the people who support me. With this fight game, we get in there and we do it for ourselves for sure. But the look in Dewey's eyes, the look in my teammates' eyes, the motivation that I give some of the guys that are back at the house watching on the couch. My children are watching. I'm a head coach at a high school program, so those kids are watching. What motivates me are the people who are in my circle who really, really know that I can be the best. I should be the best. That's what motivates me, really stepping in for them and doing what I'm supposed to do. Madman teams, them soon know Daddy loves you. We're coming home, UK bound. Let's rock out.
Another question for you. This is something I've always been curious about. How did you get the nickname Bubba?
I was an 11-pound baby. First day it came out, I was crushing things. So you already know we was doing bad things in a minute.
How did you celebrate?
With the family. We're here in Atlanta. We're on the East Coast. I got a lot of fans. As y'all can hear, we shook the building off that slam. So I'm going to celebrate with the squad. Madman team. All right, fellas. Thank you.
Actually, I have some questions.
Yes.
You mentioned for striking, you feel that you're only about 80% there in terms of the process. But how do you feel about your striking in this performance?
I feel good. I wanted to get more of my jab going. I have a nice stiff jab that I didn't really get to put on display. One of my best combinations that everybody know. I get a lot of people with that 3-2, and I did get them with a 2 a couple times, but I never got that 3 to distract them. So this next camp, we're going to look to try to put a 3-punch combination together. That's really what the ultimate goal is. Pot shotting is good, getting 1 jabs and 1 punches off, but if I can put a clean 3 punches together, I can put somebody on their back. So that's what we're going to look for next time.
Was there a certain point in the match where you felt like you were kind of hitting your confidence in terms of striking? Because at the beginning of the first round, it seemed that Ekson was doing decent in the striking exchange, but after you had that takedown, it seemed that you were really hitting your stride. You were able to hit
just
the shots.
getting my momentum going. Hearing Dewey just picking up the pace, hearing Dewey, call out the cadence and the things that we work on in the gym. So that's when I start to, when he starts to speak on the things that we're doing, and you're looking good, Bub. When DMX getting the voice of Dewey, and we start to speak well, we know we're on the right stride to a victory. So that's what we're looking at.
I also wanted to ask, how satisfying is it pulling off those slams, especially, that Matt Hughes style slam in the second round?
It's satisfying, very satisfying. Me being a wrestler, I like to keep my wrestling fans still engaged. As much striking as we're doing, we don't want to change the stripes of a striker. We don't want to change the mane of a lion. We're going to do what we came to do and be that guy.
Good. Thank you very much, Boy.
Congratulations on the win, though.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You talked about your team back home, your high school team. Are you going to use this tape to kind of motivate them and show them some of the things they should be doing?
Absolutely. If they ain't watching it already, they got sprints come Monday, so for sure. But yeah, we definitely want to put it in front of their face, motivate them. We got a couple guys that we think can win some state championships and do better in life. So I do the wrestling thing to motivate the young kids. Bubba J led the kids, so that's something that we try to do is motivate them and inspire.
And then what can you take from this fight going forward into the next round?
Stay smart. No matter what changes, no matter what kind of atmosphere you're in, no matter what, a lot of life comes at you in a lot of different ways. You could be expecting to do from Germany, who's a wrestler, and the very next day you can get a Brazilian fighter with pride. So just stay the course, stay smart, stick to the things you know, and keep your family close.
Good luck going forward.
Yes, sir.
Bubba, there's 3 out of the 4 featherweights have been decided for the playoffs. Ryoji Kudo and then Brendan Loughnane, one of your old foes. The order and who you're going to fight's not been determined yet. Is there anybody that you're hoping that you get matched up with for the playoffs?
Yeah, everybody know I want that Chris Wade fight. I've been hunting him since I took the loss. I had a long sleepless summer wanting that fight, but I wouldn't mind knocking his head off for $1 million. I'm actually trying to get up out of here so I can go sit down and watch that Boshiak fight. I am bittersweet with rooting for Boshiak because I want him to take him out, but a little bit of me wants him to leave him for me. So I tell my boy, don't kill him, bring that boy to me. So that's what we want.
There you go.
Yes, sir. All right, John, thank you.
Thanks, Bubba.